Top 10 Trivia on The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. This film series is truly precious.
Baggins is precious.
Today we are looking at 10 pieces of trivia about The Hobbit. Our trivia list begins with a fact about the struggle filmmakers had trying to make J.R.R. Tolkien's books into movies. Legends like Stanley Kubrick and even the Beatles wanted to try, but the first to actually do it were the stop-motion animators Rankin and Bass. In 1977, they made a musical of The Hobbit, and the next year they made a rotoscoped version of The Lord of the Rings. The main characters in both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies are the hobbits. Hobbits are like small humans, no more than 1.2 meters tall. There are three types of hobbits: the tiny, dark-skinned and beardless mountain Harfoots, the long-faced river Stors, and those who live in the woods, the tallest and prettiest of them all, the Fallowhides.
We are all at your service.
Finding a young Bilbo Baggins to play the leading role in The Hobbit was not easy. The part went to Martin Freeman, but before that, Daniel Radcliffe, David Tennant, Shia LaBeouf, James McAvoy, and Tobey Maguire were all considered. Middle-earth can be a confusing place. For example, the two main bad guys in The Lord of the Rings are Sauron and Saruman. Because the two names are so similar, Saruman's name was changed to Ahriman for the 1978 animation. It was quickly changed back when fans expressed their dislike. And in the world of The Hobbit, there are 13 dwarves who follow Gandalf and Bilbo on their adventures, and most of their names sound the same. Even though it was a challenge to direct, the company of dwarves was an important part of The Hobbit. These strange characters brought humour to the story. Since their names were so similar, it was important for Jackson to know who is who, so the dwarves had different clothes, hairstyles, beards, and of course personalities.
Please, not every time. Get off.
Jackson added so much to the characters, he had to split the book into 3 movies. Thankfully, director Peter Jackson didn't need to find a new Saruman for the 2012's Hobbit trilogy. Christopher Lee beat old age and health issues so he could act again. Tolkien himself wanted Lee to be part of Middle-earth, if it was ever made into a movie. He wanted Lee to play Gandalf, but the role of Saruman isn't too bad either.
Sauron has regained much of his former strength. He cannot yet take physical form, but his spirit has lost none of its potency.
Middle-earth was created using effects and trickery. 2 sets were built for the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, so the actors would look smaller than Ian McKellen's Gandalf. But that's nothing compared to the 1,800 Hobbit feet that were made for the main cast for the original 2001 film.
In the last 18 months, we've probably gone through about 20 litres of glue, about 450 miles of yak hair.
The hobbits are not alone in Middle-earth. Some of the creatures they have to fight are orcs, called Uruk-hai. In The Lord of the Rings, the makeup designer gave them dirty, spotty skin and other defects to make them look evil. The actors playing them even had to blacken their mouths with licorice-based mouthwash. Speaking of technology, computers have advanced a lot since The Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit is mainly made by computer effects, CGI, and it was filmed using special cameras. At the end of our list is a fact about The Lord of the Rings actors. The original cast worked together for years, so they became good friends. After filming ended, 8 of the 9 Fellowship members got tattoos of the Elven word for 9. With many playing the same roles in the Hobbit trilogy, we might see a couple of their tattoos.
Can you promise that I will come back?
No. And if you do, you will not be the same.